Hello there. Alright. Why is it that when I've just started streaming and immediately something pops up saying, you know, like, update ready, install. I'm like, I've been here 5 minutes. Why the hold up? Okay, let's just get that stress ball and just keep pummeling it a little bit. Okay. Go here in the meantime. See? There it is. That doohickey just decided, right, now's the time to pop up. Hey up, Sopper, how you doing? I don't know if you heard that because I don't know if the mic went off. Hello there, Sopper. Okay. Let me sort my audio out. I think that's gone too wiki as well. You got a pretty cool mod. That's nice to hear. There we go. I think we're a bit more organised there now. Just before I click off this screen, we haven't got like a credit heist today, have we? No. A bit of a vanilla day. Events-wise. Offense set. Protection primary. 25 speed with offense percent, crit chance and flat offense. That's decent. Offense percent and offense flat is very nice as a combo, especially on an offense mod. So yeah, total agreement, I like that. Kostiak, hello there. General Kenobi to you, how you doing? Also habit, I read things and then as soon as I realise it, I'm like, hey up, General Kenobi first. I've had slaps off the wrist from Star Wars fans for not saying General Kenobi straight away. Yummy for Grand Inquisitor? GI will probably like anything offensive. More so with Raver. Let's put that there. Yeah, the only reason I say with Raver is it's like when Raver's the lead, it's like GI is just basically the pummeling horse. He'll just keep taking everyone down, whereas beforehand, I feel like he needs to be a bit more balanced. You kind of want him to be offensive enough, but you don't necessarily want him to be too squishy, because obviously you've only got Ninth sister tanking. Yeah, that's more than fine. It's not like a world of difference, just to be clear, but it's like... I feel like it's just that little line between, like, all-out offense and being offensive. You know what I mean? Hey up, Death's Arm. We're doing alright here. Just getting my dailies done, as always. With only 3 max mods, he's already at 292 speed and 9k offense. It's solid, that. Yeah, very solid, that. I don't remember what my GI would have been. I'll have to have a look on here, because I have got a non-Raver GI, so... might give me an idea of what he's working with. Is Dr. Dre DR Ray? I like that. Probably just call her Beats. Yeah, that would actually be... I'm amazed like Arnold never did that, just having that Darkseid Rays sort of like doing the turntable. That would have been actually a very cool reference. Okay, looking good here. Nice one. I won't be seeing it myself for a bit, but go and enjoy it yourself. Yeah, I've got to get some Hunter Shards in. On my main account anyway, here is R5, but I think I'm 8 shards away. And even though I don't need them, and that was ultimately what stopped me, I was so tempted to spend 320 crystals to finish him. I thought that is probably the biggest waste of crystals I will have had on my account. I mean, I've wasted crystals before, so that's saying something. Oh, yes, I'll take that, thank you. I'm trying to get DTMG up just a little bit more so that he's usable in Conquest. I mean, obviously I want him usable elsewhere and moving forward, but like in the very, very short term, that's my goal. When's the raid end? 2 hours. Not bad, is it? We've got the 90 mil, so more than okay on the currencies. A good idea, that. I mean, the biggest thing that's going to hold both of my rosters back in the long term, shall we say, is the fact that I've got so many mixed relics. So if I could do what you've done there and essentially take our whole team to R8 or R9 even, it'd be brilliant, because then I've got ways of progressing in Rote. Granted, just to be clear, I know CMs are less important than operations, but you know, if you want to try and contribute with the CMs in Rote, it's nice to have a full team. Better than just sort of saying, right, these 5 guys are all R8 and they all have the same alignment, so put them together and hope it works. Which is kind of what I have to do when I have to throw something at a CM. Oh yeah, I knew it would be Lord Vader. You're probably one of the most passionate people about Lord Vader, to be honest. Not a lot of people are giving that much consideration. We got a bit of currency here. You see, this is where I was a bit black at the start of the week as far as using the previous raid currency. I'm sure I burned a bunch on things I didn't need. Not necessarily that, but on the Mark 3s. So it's kind of biting me in the bum right now. I'm curious how many Mark 3s I've got now I've said that. Will it show me? Nope, only wants to show me Mark 4s. There we go, Mark 3s, 45, so I'm completely wrong. I didn't... But yeah, I could have sworn I burned them on something, so I'm just waiting for it to come back around again. I do think it would have been nice if there'd been a visual change, because the actual Ultimate itself is fairly underwhelming. At least compared to some of the other characters in the game. I mean, it's no Rancor, is it? You know, as much as you might like Lord Vader, I think it would be fair to say that. It's not even like Deep getting all Gucci. Once upon a time, he was very worthy as an R9. I'm not so sure now. What I will say, right, if you're committed to a Lord Vader team, I would say he probably is, because the team wants high relics. The higher the relics on the Lord Vader team, the better it will hold. But again, don't expect miracles. It'll do what it's good at. But if someone's got like a Bo-Katan or a JML or something that's like a really hard counter to it, it won't do anything. And it's a shame, because you kind of would like it if there was something like a Relic upgrade could make something a bit more reliable. But on the flip side, I would be upset if my Bo-Katan couldn't tear through a Lord Vader, so I can't really complain. They keep... I was thinking about it the other day about R10. It feels like the Albatross that they keep sort of hanging at the front of the ship as if to say, coming, be ready for it, it's coming. And it's been hanging there a long time now. I mean, a lot of players who I sort of started playing with have retired since R9 came out. You know, it's like... Hopefully R10 does happen in the sense of it'd be nice to just get the Albatross off the front of the ship. But I'm not willing it either. If R10 comes, you know it's going to come with a new progression. Well, you know, a whole other set of problems, I should clarify. Well, I can only imagine part of the issue was that R9 was just not readily being applied. Like, with Rote, it was given a reason in terms of guilds were saying, all right, you know, we'll take these characters up to R9, you know. But I don't even think the raid this time has really done too much. Maybe a little bit with Quad Mage, but I don't think anyone's really gone, all right, we really need R9 for the raid. So, yeah, I'm just kind of... I think that's why a lot of people are. It's still one of these luxury upgrades. I know it is for me. R8's maybe a little bit easier, but even then I don't just apply it freely. It's the signal data that really eats into it now. It's not even the materials, because I've got aeromags, I've got impulse detectors. For the R9s, I've got the good keypads usually, and I've definitely got droid brains. On my main, that is. But, it's hard to justify doing it with the signal data, it's just so expensive. I think if they did more on the spot events, it could be helpful. Like, I know in the last year or two, they did these one-offs where, like, out of nowhere, one day, there'd be like double drops for something. And that would be kind of cool if they sort of committed to doing that more regularly. You know, where, you know, you can't be... If they can avoid it being data mined, it'd be great if they could just have it that they could flip a switch and say, right, for one day only, Cantina nodes are going to double drop you know, extra signal data. You know, and obviously makes it up so that people aren't just hoarding one kind of energy, but, you know, maybe make Karatech more easily farmed one day. Just something once a month, maybe, that just causes people to think, alright, maybe I need to stop putting my crystals into this today and put crystals into that. But saying that, probably at the end of the game it doesn't matter, because everyone just wants signal data at that point. I mean, again, ask Bo-Katan if they live forever and she'll have a very different response to what you've just said. It's only if Trey is leading that she gets a bit upset. Yeah, you go and floor jabbers. I mean, okay, maybe not floor, but from my experience in GAC, you'll get through Jabba, but it could take a full 5 minutes. It's like you say, you can't hurt you, but it takes a while for you to hurt him. Maybe in Squad Arena it's slightly better because you haven't got Chrysanthem's Omicrons. Or Omicron. You've been facing Jabbas that have been 5-tapping your Slacker, then that is interesting. Alright, let's go here. Yeah, it's like I say, it's interesting if Greedo's been doing that. I haven't seen Greedo in a Jabba team ever. At least in PvP. And don't get me wrong, I love Greedo. Like, even though he's a character I never use, I love the kit in terms of just that multi-tap. I genuinely wish that when they bring out these Datacrons, Greedo had been the one that got the OP one. Like, don't get me wrong, Mob Enforcer, Gamigard, the two tunes that I'll never use, so the idea of pushing him up to route levels is kind of intriguing to me. But how great would it have been if they'd have given Greedo a Datacron that had said, right, every time Greedo critically hits, he has a 100% chance to hit again based on some form of condition. I don't know, I'm making it up as I go along here. But just something to basically take what his kit is great at and say, we're going to just max that up to 11. You know, I don't know, I used to love using him early in the game. I think there's a video somewhere on my channel where he just popped off constantly on one team and it was fantastic. I'd love to go back to those times because that was fun then, but you can't really do it now. Oh, you'd need a lot of luck. Okay, we're a little bit behind here. Yeah, I mean, in TB, it's a different story. I'm going to say TB Conquest, Greedo will get uses. Maybe not always, but, you know, I'm sure there'll be uses for him. Am I wrong in thinking that Greedo's basic gives potency up or something? So, with Jabba, he could get benefit there. I mean, we haven't seen the thermal detonator feat for a while, but he'd be very good when that comes around. Although I must admit, I really want to try my Jawas for that. You know, I finally get my Jawa team up and running, it's like, alright, you're never going to see that feat again now. I would have thought that'd be one of the reasons they would have done that Lightspeed bundle, because they were going to put the feat into Conquest. like win X amount of battles with Jawas. I'm glad they didn't, because that'd have been very unfair on free-to-play accounts, but it's a little bit of a surprise. Like, even if they'd have done it in Sector 1 way, they could just put it as a five burritos kind of feat. Again, I really do dislike Conquest, but what I will say, CG have been a little bit kinder with it in recent years. Well, I say recent years, recent volumes. Oh. I mean, we got through that, but that was a bit awkward. I mean, I don't ever think about it that way. For me, it's a case of, right, I've got to play this game mode for about an hour. Like, I was thinking to myself, I might leave my green screen up today and actually record it in terms of how long it takes me. Well, that'd be the kind of intrigue for it. Day 1 especially, it's a pain because you get... I always preload my energy. So I've got 300 ready. And then we've got 350 refreshes ready and waiting. Plus, if I get my timing right... Doesn't usually happen at this time of year, but in this, like, after daylight saving it does. I do try to get a few battles in before the reset as well, so I can get my resets in. So, it can be such a chore in that sense. My guildmate, he's been talking about the fact that he's 11 million GP, but he does end up in Erodium. Not because of complete apathy or anything towards GA, but it's just the fact that... Like, here we go. Yeah, he's in Erodium 1 right now, but he's 11 mil, and his response was... Actually, sorry, he's 12.2 mil. And it's only because of 3v3 he drops down that bad. I mean, I'm surprised in a sense there, because I'd have thought even with bad 3v3s, you could still maintain in Kaiba. But, yeah, it's... It does feel like maybe Datacron's holding back a bit as well, but... He's got a good roster. You know, nothing like overly special in case anyone's expecting something big and massive, but, you know, it's always been a good one in our guild. Sometimes. I feel like, of late, my modding has really been off. It's where I feel... Darkside Vision Ray really affected my modding because I had to just immediately try and get a good mods. And because of that, I didn't really take into consideration what mods other characters needed. So I could do doing a remod in the next month. Well, I'll say next month, next week or so. Just to try and get all my other side characters back in a good place. But in general, it does feel like that. There's probably some faction that always gets neglected by accident, even though I do try to give everyone some love and attention. Here we go. I haven't looked at mine for a little bit. So, let's see, this is my main. Mod rating 6.24. I'll tell you what, sometimes it's real tricky trying to just look through this and go, what are these initials? So, Cat, Darth Bane, Dark Trooper Moff Gideon, Ezra Bridger Exile, Jar Jar, Darkside Vision Rey, Starkiller, Karen Malicos, and Third Sister. Wow. But yeah, compare that to my free to play, it's a bit different. Prey vs. C probably wouldn't be that good. Actually, tell you what, my free to play isn't too far behind on the mod rating. I mean, 5.47. I mean, it is still below, but it isn't as bad as I think it once was. It's the speeds that I feel let me down. I mean, 48, the 89 there. And I find stuff like that interesting, but I don't get bogged down by it. I mean, I know that anyone who works in a officer role in good guilds, they'll really take note of it because they want people who've got good mods, good accounts, etc. But me personally, just generally playing the game, it never bogs me. I have said, by the way, I'm going to try and do some Datacron dismantling later on. I haven't done it yet, but that is the plan. Just see if we can get a nice cron to start the new set off. Did just see one saying win a battle with tech, didn't I? Yeah, I get the feeling that the guy with the Gucci's going to win that tickle fight. Alright, so we get one more tomorrow. Okay. I was a little early there. Oh, don't make me jealous, Sopper. Oh, I'm having a curry tonight. Wouldn't mind, but we've got Balti in, like a Balti sauce. I can't say chicken Balti goes well in my head. It's like one of those where if you said to me, right, you gotta have a Balti, what meat do you want? It'd be lamb. I don't know why my head goes like that. It's like if it's like Rogan Josh, I'd go with lamb. I know there's one or two I'd say beef as well, but I can't think of what they are off the top of my head. Yeah, no worries, Sup, no worries. Go and enjoy your movie. There we go. We'll do that. I was thinking then if the engine's been disabled or not, but sorry, not the engines, the anger, but I always like it when it's not, just so that we've got quote-unquote banners for Scimitar. You know, it's like, If you think in a GA sort of environment, feels like you're having the good RNG in the battle, doesn't it? I was curious what that song was. It was very chill. Acceptance by John Bjork. I'm curious if we can win this without ult. There we go. Alright. This is going to be bad on like efficiency again, and I said earlier I've wasted crystals before. But I want to try and get into GA. So let's just get this final one done. Swear if I remember, sometimes I do try and do like a battle or two before I start streaming. But yeah, I was just doing Marvel Snap before I came on here. I say doing Marvel Snap, I didn't actually complete what I was trying to do. I got like my daily missions there and I didn't do them all, I just lost a few battles. I'm trying to play with a deck I'm not... Well, I wouldn't say I'm not familiar with it, but it's been a while since I've played with it. Let's pop that there. I keep going for ignore taunt with dagger, even though it's not necessarily a given. Aran, you getting first? Hello there. I was just saying about how I've been trying to get used to playing Annihilus again. It's one of those weird ones, right? He's not actually a bad card, but I really feel like you have to be selective using him. It's like, for instance, well, he isn't bad. It's like everyone says, he's kind of got power crept by Viper being buffed like she has. But, like that deck I'm playing at the moment, you've got like a couple of different play lines, which is kind of cool. You've got the straight out Annihilus if you wanted it, but you could do Cannonball or you could do Cersei. I do think that's like a good trio of options. I don't recall White Widow stomping on his toes. Viper definitely did. Honestly, I should stop playing this Annie deck. Not because it's like bad, but I'm sure there are better ones to just try and at least maintain good rank with. Like, I've floated around the top 10,000 and I'm thinking, yeah, I'm probably going to start dropping if I don't change. Not the biggest deal, but, you know, you don't be dropping too far down, do you? Anyway, we're 1-2 for the week. Oh, 1-2 for the week? Oh, we're not 1-2 for the week. We're 1-1 for the week, that's more like it. Let's pull this up. Let's see what we're facing. Oh, hang on. We'll hold that for a minute. By the way, I like that for BD. Alright, so... Now you missed all the good stuff. Right, I can't say about this guild, but the 630 million GP, so they're doing something right. Let's see what else we've got to look at. This guy's pretty consistently playing GAC by the looks of it. Kadabug, doing alright here, how about yourself? Got more GA Omicrons than them, and more in general. I'll take that. They've got an edge on me on the Zetas. I've got more Gear 13s, despite the fact that they've got more GP. They're winning on the mod scores, that's... yeah, that hits me there. More Relics, no surprises there. More Datacron rerolls. Again, that's pretty rough. They haven't got Galat, so we take the positives where we can get them. No Balaam. They haven't got Ray. Ooh, that's a big miss. And they haven't built up the Great Mothers, so we've got a few things going for us. Nothing massive, but not the worst one. Okay, so I'm going to hold this a minute. Let's see what they've actually put down, and then we'll see how much of that was accurate. Alright, so they've had a nibble at me. Let's just... yeah, let's move the cam. So, no drops on my front wall. Oh, he's attacking right now. That's more intriguing. Take down my layer and my gas, both in one. They're attacking Ray right now. And no hits on Kenobi. And no attempts on the bat wall right now, so... okay. We'll let Freddy do what he's got to do for a minute. We'll just start prepping our work. So, top wall, Jabba, Darkilla, Ray, Adrad. No Adrad, it's Trench. South wall. You can see a Lord Vader there. You can see a Leia. We got a DTMG and a Qui-Gon. Alright. So if this goes as previously it has, that's points on the board by the way. Gungans, Queen Amidala and Raver at the back. Yep, so Ray went down in one. So how are we going to deal with this? We've got four GLs. I feel like Queen Amidala has been the most consistent Jabba counter I've had for a while. Say for a while. I feel like Afra's giving me daggers for thinking that. But yeah, I think I stick with it. It's a bloody shame, I love Afra. So we pop Seer in with Ray. Slacker's eyeing up Leia, to be honest. That does look like a very straightforward one. Lord Vader, I think we can do... alright. Lord Vader, I think, can be JML'd. They attacking JMK? Yeah, they are in battle. I mean, once they've got JMK out, it's safe to say the toughest characters of battles are out of the way. SRP and Kanan. Yeah, I thought that narrowed the pool straight away. Right, I want to pop in Mon Mothma because I've heard that one mentioned a few times, and there's just this sadist in me that's saying, go on, give it a go, give it a go. Gotta make sure Luthen's in there. Luthen, yeah. Right, so let's make sure we put the Riposte Cron in. We're going to need that. Not much else to sort of glean from this, though. Yeah, we haven't got old Ben in the lineup. We got Kane and an SRP. Maybe we do that. Maybe we go members, exclude old Ben and Rex. But the trouble is then it shows just one battle. You see, I'm not even sure it's worth doing this like that. You know what I mean? It's... The funny bit of me wants to try it in the sense of, go on, let's see how good it is. But in terms of actually needing to do it, I don't need to. It's like just doing something for the heck of it. So it's where I'm in two minds. Let me just do this a minute as well while I'm thinking. We've got Malgus here. I feel like that's safe for Raver. We've got Bane for Queenie. I really want to throw Raver at Starkiller, given the choice. Gungans can do that. Maybe Adrad there. Jabba there. And... You see, this is if I was going to do Mon Mothma, isn't it? I just don't think it's worth it. I think it's just going around the houses to do something that you don't need to do. So... Right, so we can put in Phoenix. I've heard that a few times lately, and I'm like, I haven't actually seen it myself. Well, probably the counters have not lined up against me this season. You know, where I've needed to do that. Yeah, so no drops on that wall. Yeah, I'm going straight for Fleet. Yeah, it looks like they're on a little breather. Ooh, we don't know because Raver's at the back, but good call out there. We can check the Datacrons. I'm assuming they've got it. Ooh. Yeah, they got the GI one. Well, we got the history here. This is why we have Batwall estimation, because that's based off their history. So Raver's been there before, but we don't know it's there. We just assume it is. So we can take Malgus out of that. Yeah, I know Bane would be very nice there. I don't trust Malgus to do Queen Amidala. It is. Certainly where we can move things around. Yeah, the Gungans are definitely good against Trench. That was one I was coin tossing at the time. Right, so Malgus that. I suppose at this point we can just hold fire, can't we? And work out what we get at the back. Because we've still got some decent options. Alright, D-Max. What's your take on Mon Mothma versus Leia? And that's obviously the Leia comp. It's not a crazy level 6. I know the feeling. If it needs an army, I can't do it. Well, that's quite interesting. I mean, Sana's DC looks busted anyway. Go on. I'm going to potentially throw away the round just to give this a go. Right, just do that. I'm doing that for the simple fact I think sometimes it can loop to another turn for HRS, which it didn't, but... Well, you never know unless you try, I guess. Pass that to Kyle. Ability block is nice. You know what? All in. I know it means we lose the revive ability, but honestly, I just want it down. Ooh, okay, stun's not welcome. Ooh. Okay, not good, not good, not good, not good, not good, not good. It's like they just realised that they were able to take turns. Right, do that. Let's keep going. Ah, sugar. Yeah, we're too far away from the revive. Try and shame that. Okay. It was worth a go just to sort of see if it could do something. Because it would have been nice if we'd got Slacker at the back. There was a logic behind the madness there. You know, if we got Slacker at the back, we could have used that on either the Gungans or Raver or one of them potentially. So, if we lose because of that, then yeah. It's a bummer, but what can I do? Yeah, I'm actually kind of curious if I misplayed at all, as far as maybe essentially if I moved my targeting for a second to try and shut someone down, and maybe I could have got an HRS stun, or maybe I could, I don't know, got force influence on someone. I don't know. I'm umming and ahhing there, but maybe that was what I did. I was that hard focused on Leia, I didn't pay much note to the rest of the team. Oh well, they livey. Alright, so Huxley baby goes. Let's pass that to Slacker. Bring down the lightning. Give Leia a poke. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, that's fine. I was actually just checking the word in there. I didn't want to waste the ability, essentially. So, we ult. Rey gets a reset on the cool... Well, she should have got a reset on the cooldown, but as far as I know, Leia still prevents that. Right, we'll pass that there. Get the stuns off and whatnot. Alright, so if we can get Rey to kill Leia, we could still get Hux back. Okay, we've got a bigger ass now. Let's just try and swipe on R2. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I was trying to swipe just to try and get the less damage on Rey, but obviously it was still too much. Yeah. Yeah, I've got no way of defending that. That was just bad banners. Okay. Let's just start cleaning the rest of this up. I feel, if anything, right, that kind of justified my caution about using that counter throughout the season. The Mon Mothma one. Like, I'd had a few chances where I could try it, and I was like, ooh, I'm not sure. Oh, I've got these. Go for that. It's not that fun, Italiano, I will say. I mean, I feel like you can usually get things like that done at the actual marquee events, but it isn't the most fun thing having to spam the event, I will say that. I mean, it's like just before I started the GA, I did the tech one. You know, and you only have to go in with him for one battle, but it's still like, really? That does seem a little bit unfortunate. If you land in the debuff, it should count. You can only put that down to a bug of some sort. A bit like, you know, if you're visually seeing the debuff, it should count. If you gain the kill before the debuff has time to actually show, then that's kind of screwy, but it does happen. Alright, someone said they wanted turns. I mean, granted, they have got 25% turn meter, so of course they're going to take turns. I think being like the 400 speed team, you kind of get surprised when you do get outsped. Okay, not something I particularly wanted, just knowing that Death Trooper's lurking there. Oh, I did that wrong. I didn't wait. Oh, I've got big regrets. Yeah, because that. I realised as soon as I did it, I was like, I did not wait for Spark or Rebellion. It's not like the worst thing in the world, but it just means I've got to kill the Gits again. You know, you don't want to be killing people twice if you can avoid it. Right, basic. AoE. Right. Can't save him, Gid. Cool. Ah, I forgot about the raid. That might be where I got mine done, actually, see Max Naysays. At some point, I'm going to start putting squad lists down again. I don't know why I stopped actually doing it, but for instances like this, it's actually kind of helpful to remember, oh yeah, don't put this Yoda with that Luke. Right, we'll base it there and do an armor shred. I'm a little wary of overusing abilities with Cal, so I'm not going to do it too much. But still, it would be kind of nice to get thrown out early. Let's just blow him down as well. Alright, keep passing to Cal. There we go. Recover some protection. Of course. Vader's going to be Vader. I think it was recently someone said, aren't you meant to go for Maul early in these battles? And I'm like, the trouble is with the revive, it's not that imperative in my eyes. It's like, you've got to take him down twice, so why worry about it? There we go. Guess who's back again. Now we'll mark him. Put that on Master Luke so he doesn't accidentally lose his taunt. We'll get the riposte stance on. I want to save Revan's abilities just in case we need a cleanse. Pass that back to Hoda. We'll do that just in case we can slow him down a little bit. I want to try and get as many banners here as we can, because to be honest, the rest of this round has been atrocious. So if I can get 165, that'd be a good catch-up. Little catch-up mechanic. To be fair, the moment that I lost that round against Leia, though, it's like, yeah, I'm probably out of this round, so mountain to climb. Yeah, we lost on Raven, but 64 is okay. Braver, Queenie, Gungans. Okay, no surprises. Right, sorry about the outbreak, folks, on Twitch. I didn't see it, so I didn't actually need to stop it, or at least stop not going for a battle. We're going to deal with these first, I think. And I'm going to go with the one that I've never seen or tried before, but it's like, let's do it. It's almost tempting to put Bulba in here for this, for the simple fact we do with a way of just getting around Taunt. I'm surprised he isn't a mercenary, though. So we're probably just better keeping Embo in, because at least then he gains the mercenary tag. Or do we do Dengar? Dengar could actually be the one in terms of actually using the proper Dengar Kron. And just stun lock him as much as we can. It breaks Hook Cartel synergy, but maybe it's worth it? Alright, let's throw that. Cleanse. Hey up, Darts, how you doing? Ooh, okay, so much for Dengar. I'm already getting this vibe that this round's basically saying stop screwing around. Okay. Just focusing on Queen Amidala a minute. Oh, wow. Freaking Nora. And I think we're now seeing why you never see this counter being played. Hang on, in what ball-brain scheme did I think this is a good idea when I use this on offense? Oh, sometimes I deserve lose, I tell you. Oh, for goodness sake. Yeah, Gas is on defense, Darts. I don't believe I've just done that though when I think about it, because I use that exact, well, not exact team, I don't use Mace, but I use Queen Amidala to take out, Jabba, and I'm going to do it later. So what part of my brain thought, oh yeah, use that? I think this round's over. It was over when I lost to Leia, but I think we've just put the nail in the coffin. I honestly think Dengar gave me confidence that I didn't deserve. I mean, I wouldn't mind, he actually died very quickly as well. That's kind of the more insulting thing about it all. Like, yeah, he didn't even hang around. He was like, no, I'm out. I'm noping out. I'm trying to time my hits a bit here, because that foresight just makes it very annoying. Sounds like a few to go still, drafts. Alright, we got through that. Yeah, there were a lot on that requirements that were all 7 racks. Well, I say a lot, it was 3 I think if I count right. It was Kylo Ren and Mask, Kylo Ren and... Was it just them 2 actually? I can't remember. I know that Rey had RJT and Scav and BB-8. Right, shield down. Yep. I'm almost at the point of throwing the towel in here. Just because I don't think I've got anything remotely good for cleaning up. I know I've got one out, but that's a bad preload in my eyes. You know, 8th ain't doing anything that, yeah. Yeah, I'm throwing the towel in here. I put myself in a bad position there. That was all down to Mon Mothma. I should not have given that a go. My gut was thinking, if Mon Mothma can beat Leia, then we can go and use Blacker on the back against Reva. It was a bad plan. All I know is that guy's just been efficient. He's knocked down everything and won. I've dropped so many battles I can't win, so what's the point? I should have been more cautious. That's the thing I'm taking out of that. You know, I knew that I got to be efficient and I decided to be risky. That's where I'm not happy with myself. does it keep doing that? A number of times of late, I'm copying something off my clipboard, and it doesn't actually make its way to the clipboard. You know what I mean? Like, I was copying a URL then, and it didn't copy. A number of times that happens, it's unreal. I'm not gonna lie, right? I've said to myself, I'm tempted to not stream next month. Well, I'll say next month. After Conquest. Just for the simple fact, lately, I'm just not feeling great. Like, I'm feeling like I'm in a bad mood all the time. And I feel like it's really translating on, you know, on what I'm doing here. And I'm just very wary of being overly nappy. Yeah. I mean, I don't think I've actually had a break from streaming for a little while now. Like, I think I've been going full pelt for a while. And to a degree, I've needed to. But yeah, there's just this point where I'm thinking, I feel like I might just need to have a month off just to unwind a little. Actually want to... I wouldn't say I don't want to do my streams even, it's just I feel like I'm almost doing it for the sake of doing it at times. Alright, so we're behind on GP, behind on armies. To be fair, at this point it looks like, what aren't we behind on? Behind on speeds, right 9s and 8s. I've got more Datacron rerolls, that's something. They've got Jabra and Leia, no Galat. They have got Balin. Got Ezra, Jar Jar, Reva. Okay. Yeah, this is the part of the problem. I haven't got time outside of what the times I've sort of slotted in for GAC to do other games. A number of times Aranya said to me lately, you know, are you going to do another game? And I'm like, I can't slip the time in. Yeah, 3v3 is not exactly enticing. Yeah, carry on with Swaggle, I wouldn't stop playing it. Yeah, maybe next week will help. That's probably when I'll decide. I mean, next week, I said I was going to do Marvel Rivals during the week, so maybe that'll perk me up a little. Either that or wind me up more. Depends on your point of view of those kind of games. Alright, so Halloran's there. And so is Qui-Gon. Queen Amidala, CTMG, so it's Enoch that's been removed. Hang on, did I just see a Luminara Omicron? No, I saw Luminara, but I think I just caught a stray glance of an Omicron. By the way, what a screwy team that is. Yeah, it's where my head's going, Tommy, if I were to do it that way. Because in the past I've recorded my GACs, so I could just do that for those who have an interest in, like, how my battles go. But I don't know, I'll have to mull it over. It's not something I just want to commit to here and now. There's a few factors in play, let's say that. Alright, South Wall, there is Leia, there is a Jabba, and it's JMK Lil Vader, so the Great Mothers were on defense. The back wall before was Finn, Soren, Boss. Okay. So I think we stick with what we've been doing of late, which isn't fantastic, but Lord Vader the Jabba. We got Bo-Katan for Lord Vader. We can do Slacker on Leia. I don't like it, but we can do JML on JMK. As much as anything with Lord Vader, it was more a case of what else am I going to do with him. I'm surprised there's no Rey on defense. Hey, nice one, Darts. Not far off at all there. Actually, this actually seems alright. We do that there, arguably. That there. That all looks pretty straightforward. I don't think there's too many screwy counters in that. But yeah, I think the only one that I don't like out of this is JML JMK. GG's on Malak, that's a big one. One of the biggest things, and it ships. I mean, I've felt a difference on my free-to-play since getting Leviathan. Just having all three maxed out, it's like it makes your opponents think again about what they're placing. Probably doesn't, but it just feels that way. Okay. Ooh, okay, well, there is one thing. Maul would come back as well. Boucher's going to go in a second. Okay. Then it's Lord Vader again. Yeah, I wanted Dengar out more because he was just annoying me. Not like he was a threat, it was just those constant turns were like, really? Are you bugger off, pal? There we go. Although I'm a little bit annoyed at that. I got a kill on a basic then. I thought that replenished my stacks of Anguished. Or was it only that? Oh, I should have done that then. Never mind, got my abilities mixed up. I knew one of them did it. But I actually thought it was both, so that was where I was completely out of it. Okay, let's do that. Yeah, I kind of want you to kill Maul, actually, Scando. Do you think you could do it? If I leave you alone for a minute, will you please get Maul? No, wrong one. Maul's here. No, Maul's here. Are they deliberately ignoring him now that I want him to die? Little sodding gits. I don't know anything definitively. I mean, no surprise there, but I wouldn't be surprised if it isn't something like Quinlan Voss that's coming. Just the idea of something that's a little more deep cut than usual. I mean, if anything, that's their own words put. If you haven't watched the Clone Wars, or if you haven't read around like the prequel era of Jedi, Quinlan wouldn't be someone you'd know straight away. Much better. He's a much stronger version of Maul. Let's do a base it. Yeah, I didn't want to break up my imps just in case I needed to use them somewhere, but I feel like that's just a force of habit on my end now. It's like I plan to need them than plan to not need them. I've still got to get rid of this git, so we're going pump with Maul. Right, can we fracture Jabba just so he's a little bit slower? Do attacks. Okay, that's actually favourable. I haven't heard it was bad. What I've heard is that there's like mixed reviews, but I feel like every Marvel film of late has that. Actually, I've just seen the time. Gemma Collins is a person who's famous in the UK for nothing. Arguably. The only other one that I was thinking, Darts, as far as the Jedi Temple would be Sindralig. I thought he was a kind of interesting option in terms of being like the master duelist at the temple, but that again would be a bit of an odd one because I don't think he was really seen on camera, on screen. I think he might have been in the background of a shot, but actually, I say in the background of a shot, I think he might have been in one of the wide shots, but that's about it. You see, for me, I think this confirms they're not doing a Jedi Council tag. I don't think they do multiple tags for the same faction. You know, I think they've created Vanguard deliberately so that they've got a group of Jedi that are separate from Kenobi. Or Luke, even. Personally, that's my view anyway. That just rules out any other further variations. Oh yeah, they've pretty much confirmed that there's going to be a Jedi Temple Guard marquee. I did forget that. That would be an interesting marquee. Let's go for that. Yaddle would be interesting. Again, it's one of those odd ones where we didn't see much of Yaddle, but everyone would probably know who it is just because of Yoda. I mean, I feel like I'm in a very small group, but I'm not that fussed about young Dooku. I mean, yeah, it was cool watching him in, the Tales of the Jedi series, but I'm not that fussed about him becoming a whole thing in the game. I mean, if he does arrive, I'm not going to be upset, but he's not like top of my list on things I want to see, you know. Again, I've not heard anything about Craven particularly, but I know that it was the last Sony Spider-Man film they were going to do, so I assume that that's killed off that branch of filmmaking. I mean, I haven't seen any of those, really. I haven't seen Madam Web, I haven't seen Morbius. The reputation's kind of preceded them. Alright, can we... Is this got a debuff cleanse? Yeah, right. I have that on Paz. The Spider-Verse idea was just ridiculous, at least in terms of trying to do it without using Marvel and the MCU. I mean, fair enough they wanted to have their own stuff, but they really should have worked with them and tied it all together rather than try and just make their own stuff that was loosely connected. It's like, get the MCU and Marvel's approval for what you're doing, and get Tom Holland on board for these films rather than trying to do your own thing, which is so abstract it's unreal. Yeah, I think, well, that's probably the last one, isn't it? I said it killed it off, but I think that you could argue that is the last one. Even though that's got like a very sketchy future right now. Last I heard, it was in development hell. Okay. I said that last stream, Darts. Even now, I do not get that. I mean, why bring in Padawan Obi-Wan and Master Qui-Gon rather than Panaka? That would have made so much more sense. It's almost like they didn't have the rights to the actor's image, so they thought, screw it, we won't use him. And I'm phrasing it like that because it's hard to think there'd be any other real reason they wouldn't use him. I mean, I don't think that's right, Drafts. They are reducing the... I wouldn't say reducing even. What they're doing is... They've got like 3 animated series out this year. I know Daredevil's coming out next month. And I think what they've said is they wanted to try and focus on doing actual television series with where you actually invested in the characters more versus the mini-series formula they were doing that wasn't really impacting. You know, forget like how bad Secret Invasion was considered. You know, it's like they want to avoid things like Winter Soldier, which, you know, it was alright, but even now I can't remember much of it other than like the large beats of like US Agent, Flag Smashers. That's about as much as I can remember. And I think that's what they want to avoid. They want to have it that you really want to keep coming back to these shows rather than, oh yeah, it's just a one-off that if you miss, it's like, okay. The one I'm surprised they haven't renewed yet is Ms. Marvel. I thought that was sort of nailed on for renewal. And what, 2 years since the first season? Maybe 3? I'm amazed they haven't come back with another one for that. Especially considering Kamala Khan's a very popular character. You know, I'd have thought they'd have wanted to get her like front and center. Right. Have we got anything with protection on? Don't want to spare that, so we'll go with that. That doesn't feel worth it. So I think we go for a light side bulk. agree there, Darts, to be fair. I think there's a lot of negativity online, not just Star Wars, Marvel, even things that not like that. I mean, I was on Reddit earlier, and there's a show I love at the moment, Severance, and I was just reading a comment there, and someone's first words were, hope that the people on this subreddit are nicer than the main subreddit, because I posted this theory about what's going to happen coming up, and I got a load of abuse that was like from bots. And I'm thinking, why are people so nasty by default? Or, you know, assuming it weren't bots. You know, I'm like, why? And it just seems to spread out. I mean, the one that I would actually pin down, right? I have not read any discourse on it, but I've been watching Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. And I'll be honest, I went into it with quite low expectations because I thought I haven't seen much of like the promotion material for it, and I kind of was pulled in more because I thought, okay, I've heard Charlie Cox is voicing Daredevil in it, I've heard that Vincent D'Onofrio is voicing Kingpin in it. So I thought, alright, they've got some of the established actors, if you like, from the main MCU or outer TV universe to appear in it. So you think, alright, they've done something there. But other than that, there wasn't really much I could lean on. So, like I say, I went in low with it. And you're thinking, first couple of episodes, it was alright, you know. Any kind of, like, X-Men 97, first few episodes of that, it didn't ramp up until, like, the end of the second episode. So you kind of have that expectation of, alright, maybe an episode or two to get feet under the table. But I'll tell you something, I think it was episode 6 or 7 that we've just had. I think it was episode 7. There was a cliffhanger where, you know, Spidey had lost, for argument's sake. It's not like a spoiler because I'm not detailing it in great detail, but you watch it and you go, that was actually bloody good. You know, you think to yourself, for me, the pinnacle of Spider-Man television was the 90s animated series. Yet they could never do that because, just due to censorship, they could never show Spidey at his lowest like that. So, it's where I can't help but think, sometimes like the negativity around a show, even if you haven't actually heard anything specific, can dampen enthusiasm before release. Because I'm immediately, my first thought when I like saw some of the imagery for the show, it was like, okay, so they've race swapped the Osborns. Alright. I knew there'd be a bunch of negativity about that. Some people, for whatever reason, just don't like the concept of it. It's like Kurt Connors has been gender swapped. It's Carla Connors. Again, I don't mind it. But some people get really touchy, like, why did you do that? You don't need to do that. And I'm like, I don't mind it. And I think that's where, watching it, you're like, it doesn't make two hoots about the actual show. The show is actually still decent. These things make no difference whatsoever, but some people get really touchy about them. I do get what you're saying there completely, Darts. I mean, I'm with you. I didn't think Acolyte was amazing. I'm like you, bang on the word in there. But it was leading somewhere. And I can't help but have this thought in my head that if a story, or if a first season isn't great, it should always be commissioned for another season anyway. I've got Parks and Recreation in my head, which for me is one of the greater American sitcoms that have come out. Yet you watch them first 2 seasons and it would be considered one of the worst because it just wasn't that entertaining in the first season. But the second season, they fixed the problems and improved the writing. They got the characters how you eventually get to know them. And that's how I view The Acolyte. If it had had a second season, it could have been improved because all it takes is hearing what the fans are saying, like, alright, we don't resonate with this character because of XYZ. We don't think that this worked well in the first season, maybe you could avoid doing that. All it takes is a little bit of feedback. But because the show is only commissioned for 1 season, it never gets a chance at, well, you know, it won't say it never gets a chance at renewal, But as soon as the negative reviews it, as soon as the idea that, alright, we're not going to make money off the budget and all that, of course it's not going to get renewed. And I go back to it, it's where shows like that should be renewed, it should be commissioned for at least 2 seasons. One to set the stall out, and the second one to actually get the show how it should be. And then if it's not renewed after that, then fair enough, they had 2 seasons to tell the story. Whereas, as things are, 1 season's not enough. Alright, I'm going in for this. I just get so frustrated at times with negative online agendas. Some of it can be justified in the sense of, like, I go back to the Acolyte. The writing in it wasn't great. But you think to yourself, rather than trying to come up with constructive criticism, people would just like to cancel it. And that's where my issue comes from. Rather than just being sort of negative, actually be constructive. I mean, it's like everyone in the Swagger community, right? We like Arnold. But up until Chocolate around that time, he was making a big deal of Kiadi Konetsu shouldn't exist. And I'm like, you're just taking advantage there of that negativity. You're sort of tapping into it a little bit. And I'm like, you're better than that, Arnold. You don't, even if you didn't like it, I'm not saying you don't have a right to criticism of the series and all that. But it's like just tapping into that negativity that people like. Well, I wouldn't say like, but I think some of them really do feed off the negative energy. And I'm like, come on, Arnold, you don't need to be sort of baiting that group of Star Wars fans. Wow, okay. Let's do that. This is why I dislike this counter, the fact that JMK always short ults. It just makes it so incredibly difficult to survive for the opening salvo. I mean, essentially, yeah, you think, why didn't they just see it out a little bit longer? I'm talking about the fans here again. Oh, yeah, we'll lose Cal there. I think we're going to lose Luke in a second. I mean, that's literally me just trying to heal up a bit, but I'm out here. Alright, let's change my plan a little bit, because I was going to do C on DTMG, but we have still got Adrad, so it's not the biggest of changes. The downside is, I need to now do some kooky stuff here. I don't think I want another unit. Right, so I can't do anything other than blink there. And we'll do that. Maybe Thrawn... Well, saying that, we've used Thrawn, so we can't... Alright, never mind. Armor does nothing. Yeah, we ain't winning this. Yeah. 2 for 2. I said it before. I'm just kind of tapped out. Not even in game, I'm mentally tapped out. I do 3 a week. But compared to a lot of other streamers, I'm on the low end. Yeah, I'll be doing Conquest on my own. I'm not... I'll say that, I was going to record it, but there's this bit of me where I can't be arsed. I'm mentally worn down right now. It's like before I came on, I was doing some stuff, not game related. I was doing some stuff about stuff in my private life. And it just wears you down a little bit, you know? You try and come onto stream because you want the distraction from it. You know, you want to take your mind off it. But it's honestly getting to the point now where I can't take my mind off it. You know, it's like if I play another game, I'm still distracted. I'm still not 100% there. It's where I'm not comfortable because I feel like I'm just not able to give 100% at the moment. I don't have time like that though. This is the thing, I'm my mum's carer. You know, that's been said before. She suffers from loneliness and isolation. So, well, any of my free time goes to my mum. And days like today, I actually pull away and I have to say to her, are you going to be alright for a day on your own? Just so I can, you know, get all this Woggo stuff done. And the thing is, both me and Mum will admit that when we actually spend time together, we don't actually get much fulfillment out of it right now. It's just with the only company we got for one another. You know, I haven't got a friend. Well, okay, I've got Chris locally, but he's busy if anything. But besides that, I feel like I've just name checked him when I didn't mean to. You know, people choose to give time. They should never feel forced to. You know what I mean? But like I said, Chris is probably the one person I've got locally who's in my life at the moment. Other than that, I've got you guys. You know, when I stream, I do try and talk to people. But yeah, other than that, I don't really have anyone myself. And the thing is, my mum is in a worse situation, again, without meaning to sound like I'm putting her down or anything. I mean, she's got a sister who... I could say some things. I really don't want to, because for all I know, my aunt would actually, one time in recorded history, shall we say, actually want to come and watch my streams. I gave her a link to it one time, just to sort of say, here you go, this is what I do. So for all I know, today could be the day that I start playing things and she hears them, so I would rather not. But it's tiring. My mum's very lonely. She's got no one in her life who will even give her an hour company, let alone, you know, like enough time to essentially give me a reprieve. You know, and I think that's where it just gets tiring. You know, we're both on top of one another. We both don't see other people do things that often. So yeah, it's where I just get tired. It's like, say I end the stream now, I'd just end up going on my game. Well, I say my game, Marvel Rivals, most likely. I'd be faffing around on that for an hour, cook my tea, take my dog a walk, and then just rinse and repeat as far as Swaggo. Nothing new happens. I do appreciate the offer, Darts, and Hans, thanks as well. I mean, it's generally where at the moment I'm feeling, I won't say a fraud, I don't get all dramatic, but I want to try and just visualize something for you folks. I want to try and visualize it without actually going like in too much detail. Although I'm laughing here because I've not created a chart in ages. You know what? I can't even do it. It's been that long since I've had to use Excel. I can't remember, but I mentioned this in the video I did a couple of weeks ago, right? That I've got epilepsy. And adding to that, I've also got, I think it'd be safe to say right now, if you're listening to me, depression wouldn't be the most surprising of things I've got. So, you know, it's like just a few things. And it was about May last year, the government decided, as they're within the rights every 5 years, to reassess my disability benefits. And yeah, they decided to take it away from me. So the only thing I can describe it as the monies I've lost from then. If I were to go back to when they stopped the monies I was on, to now, 41 weeks. And if I were to tally up the amount of money that I'd be owed, in theory at least, based on how much money I would have been getting if they hadn't taken it away, I'm nearly at 10 grand. And that is just a lot of money in my life in terms of like day-to-day incoming. Just the idea of like, oh yeah, you know that bill that you used to be pretty comfortable paying? Now it's like, how the heck am I paying it? And over the week, it was not over the weekend, sorry, it was Friday. On Friday, I had my Twitch payout. And I said this in the video I'm sure I did last time, where previously the Twitch payouts were very much a top-up for you. You know, they were like, okay, I can put that towards getting a new... Well, I've got it for a light or for my stream deck or things that have just helped improve what I do here. Whereas now, that Twitch payout this last week, it was the biggest one I've had, just for the record, so thank you very much for all those who are putting in for it, but that pretty much sorted my bills, or quite a few of my bills out, you know, and I'm like, I'm just... I'm thankful, and I'm just stupefied in terms of I can't ask other people to help me like that. So it's like, in my stressful mind, I'm like, how the hell do I get myself out of this situation? And that's what I was doing before the stream. I was on to this money advice thing, sort of seeing what my options are, and honestly, my options are quite, I wouldn't say limited, but they feel it. Because if anything, they don't really take your full situation into account. You put your stuff in, but they kind of box you into, oh yeah, well, what do you pay for? And the thing is, I pay with things with my mum. You know, she's got her money, so I've got what's left of mine. But between us, we chip in and work together. But the websites don't work like that. They can't understand that rationale. So we get screwed by it when we're trying to do it online. The only way I can think to do it is talking to a person. But the phone lines end up redirecting you to the website, so frustrating. I mean, just to be clear, Darts, I am fighting it. This is the thing, I'm fighting it, but I've been fighting it since May. You can only fight as much as they allow you. I mean, if I just bring up my little website here to remind me of my details and all that. Right, can I just zoom in a bit? I don't believe that. I'll try and zoom in and they actually... Here we go. Just try and make sure that this is a little bit privatized, but it's like, yeah, I've been on this page, if you like, since May, where I've been told I'm awaiting a response, but the weird thing is, I didn't know this until last week. 6 months is given as a time to at least acknowledge that you're making a request for all of this. So it was only in November that they have actually started looking for like a hearing for me to state my case. So it could be, I don't know, another 6 months until I actually get the hearing. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, for what it's worth, I've been through this before. I went through it back in 2018, and I don't know how it feels worse this time. That's the bit I'm baffled at. I must have had some. I know why. In 2018, at the start of the year, my granddad had died, so we had a little bit of an inheritance from him. So that's why it wasn't as bad last time. When I think it out loud. Sorry, the macabre part of my brain, it can't help but chuckle at the thought of, oh, right, so that's what it takes to get through. There's a relative dying. I don't know. I mean, honestly, mate, the thing that's just nagging me now is that it takes so long for the tribunal. I mean, you could have I bet there's a meme out there that's perfect for what I'm talking about, where every day I'm waiting for my mailbox, like the actual post box, for the mailman to deliver a brown envelope. I'm eyeballing it every day, just waiting for him to turn up with it. But the weird thing is, I know that I don't need to, because I just showed you that website. It will notify me on there the instant the letter goes out. And I'll probably get a text as well. So I will know before that letter even hits the mailbox. That's the mental thing. The system is actually quite fast when it wants to be. I don't know. Right. Normally I would raid out to someone, but honestly, those of you who've been here, you've been listening to me, so thank you very much for that, but I just want Cool to stream here and now and just wrap it up, okay? I'm going to try and clear my head. Like I say, I want to do something in the week, but as things stand, I don't know if I'm going to. Like, I even plugged in my PS5 earlier. I mean, if I just go here a sec. Oop. There's a lot less of me here than I thought there would be. Is it this I'm after? There we go. I've not heard a Resolver. You know, honestly, I've not played GTA in a long time. I did download it a little bit ago, just because like I saw the PS5 version was around, so I was like, come on, let's just see. And I never even played it. I downloaded it and never did anything. Oh, that's what's causing this. I mean, I'm just going back up a few lines as well, Darts, just for a second, right? Because you said the government is scum, and honestly, the whole process is scummy. I'm not even going to deny that. The thing that gets me is, it's a long-standing issue now. I mean, this has been around, to my knowledge at least, since Cameron was Prime Minister. You know, this is something that was introduced during his tenure. And it's just got worse. You know, and I'm not saying I expected a new government to come and click the fingers and change it, but something needs to be done because it isn't right. The thing for me, I can't speak for everyone who's going through it, but I think I could cope with it more, potentially, if they were quick at doing it. But it's as if they do deliberately slow it down to make you feel worse. Yeah. Okay, I mean, I'll keep my ear out for if you say out on it. I'm just backing up a second, right? I want to just see if this works. Because I set this up the other day, but I haven't actually tried it. Yeah, just quite literally, I wanted to change over then, just so I wasn't like putting the wrong thing on. Alright. I'm just going to go in for a quick match for the simple fact I want to see if that up the top right changes. It should do, but I just want to see if it does. Then I know it works if I want to do a stream in the week kind of thing.
Pick your hero or villain. I'm not judging.
Who to go for? Someone wants Groot. Go on, I'll pick Groot.
I am
Nice view from up here.
30 seconds before you attack.
I found
Get
that
ready.
interesting, the idea that there's an actual overlay out for it. So, the one thing that always gets me is I'm like, how good am I actually playing? So it is interesting that there is a way to actually track it.
Suddenly considering a plant-based diet.
The battle starts in 5, 4,
Be healer.
3, 2, 1.
We've got one. We've got a
All
healer.
you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
We've got 2 tanks, 2 DPS, so whoever the one who hasn't joined yet, they can be healer.
Oh, check this place out.
Don't know who's pointing at what there, but that was a distraction.
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now. Capture the mission area!
Wolverine's cornered me. Damn you. I just couldn't get any of my abilities to sort of unlock me a little bit.
I am Groot!
Yeah, I don't know who this Nox is going to pick, but if he goes for healer or to the pull, we should be fine. Ah, damn it, I've got 2 of them.
Capture progress has passed the halfway point.
Alright, the Hulk's down at least. Oh, actually, I didn't see the revive. Cool. Alright, just put that there and
Control seized.
Perimeter secure. We did it.
Right, I saw someone over there, that's cool. Alright, cool. Well done. Go on, I'll pull the wall back.
Hey, Teeny! Enjoy the amplifier! You get away! You get away!
Oh, hello. Luna just chilling around me.
You're welcome!
Right, nothing going on around there. I don't know if we're being uber aggressive or if I'm just missing something so far.
Capture more than half of the mission area. Keep going.
Yeah, I think I just destroyed that wall.
I'm doing this my way! Maximum pulse!
Hello. Hey, describe so what meets Marvel. Kind of ran out of
The area's
smash
almost yours.
You'll go and try and blind me. Yep.
You're mine!
Wolverine's like an tank, so yeah, he really wants to chew down on someone like me.
Enjoy the
Yeah, I was on a good little run there.
To Khonshu!
You'll have to keep fighting
Yeah, but
until
we're
we
the
have a
rat.
winner.
Just need to get back on the objective and resecure it. We've got someone. Yeah, someone with range getting. I'm only. Come on. Come on, that's it. Be gone. Be gone. Yeah. Cool. Hey. But yeah, I don't know if that updates like after a round or if it maybe it's a competitive only overlay. All I know is I wasn't going to do competitive now. I need my head on a bit firmer to do competitive.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
I'll say this though, if I win this one, then
It's you
that's not
and
bad.
me.
Justice is like the moon.
You like the part where he
If you
said I
look
am
up
Groot?
hard enough in the dark,
I was going to say,
you'll find it.
that's every part, so you
Yeah,
like it all.
but what if you're in a room? Or if there's an eclipse? Or I'm blind?
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got
I
it?
feel like I've been playing tanks way too often lately anyway,
Stuff I never signed up for in
but
special
you know,
forces.
Groot's warmed on me a bit. There was a point when I wasn't really fond of it, but being able to manage the walls, it's
Bogies
quite a
incoming.
fun little mechanic.
Don't mind me.
Right, yeah. Doesn't
Looks
get
like
that
the
Wolverine,
mission
but
area
we have
is
got
yours
revive
to
at least.
capture now. We captured the mission area.
I'm in two minds. Do I go for the Wolverine or do I click on the objective?
We are undefeatable.
Right. Looks like they've managed to get the Wolverine. Or have they? No, it's still in yet.
Maximum pulse!
Right, have that. I could have sworn he sold it all. Here we go. We've just been pushed off this objective too early. Need to get back on it.
Hey, team! Enjoy the amplifier!
I was watching a video on the maps of this game, and I kind of agree that this is probably one of the more dull sets of matches. Or maps. It's not really bad, but a bit bland. I don't know where that's cancelled. There it is.
Look behind you.
Now my sights are on the king. I'm doing this my way!
Yeah, this Wolverine is just going all out for it. You smash and deep.
Your team's capture progress
Well,
has passed
you're the
the
one standing
halfway
still
point.
while you've just been doing that, so GG's. Thank you, Jeff. Don't think it's going to help me too much in the long run, but I appreciate the effort. That tore out the hard on for me. That was basically a case of which heal up the tank the best.
Pulse charge!
They almost got it.
I do wonder if Groot's ult could be tweaked a little bit. It doesn't always seem the most effective. You can do stuff with it, but not as much.
Maximum!
Trophy.
Come on, die. The slimy how did I do this? Just thinking about going to dance all around you.
Behold the god of thunder!
Alright, straight away.
The mission area. Keep going.
I'm Hulk!
Okay. We seem in good shape.
Team! Enjoy the amplifier!
Alright, so they can't just fire willy-nilly here. Oh, got out.
The area's almost yours.
Alright.
I I'm doing this my
I
way!
don't think that's
That wall
welcoming
just got
committee.
destroyed, didn't it? Right. Oh, hello. You're not so hulkling.
You get a weapon! You get a weapon! You get a weapon!
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
I thought I did well there. Hello. Don't worry, I'm going to end in a minute. You can have your...
Another epic victory! Big win!
Alright, GG Spider. I don't say it in a self-obsessed way, but I actually thought I was doing well for MVP there, so I was a little surprised I didn't get it then. Alright. But anyway, I wanted to test that, just see how it works, but by the looks of it, it doesn't update with quick matches. So, good to know moving forward. Alright, so, yeah, I am going to call the stream at this point. Thanks to those of you who were just listening to me waffling a little bit ago. I obviously needed to get something off my chest. And yeah, I'm going to think about what I'm doing. I really don't want to stop my Swaggo streams because they're kind of one of the things that keep me going. But maybe a break is in order. But yeah, like I said, thanks for being here, folks. And I will see you hopefully sometime soon. Alright, bye for now.